What's up? Hopefully that test went okay. Now I'm going to go into what the next unit is. It's ratios and proportions. Now everybody loves these because they're easy, okay? There's two ways you can solve them. One way works every time. Everybody's favorite is the cross multiply and divide, okay? Now here's why cross multiply divide works, okay? Now don't like throw stuff at the computer screen. You can cross multiply and divide. I'm down with that. But here's why it works. I'm going to take two ratios. Write this down. 4/8 and 3/6. Those are both equal to half, 50%, whatever. What's 4 times 6? 24. 8 times 3, 24. In a proportion, the cross products are equal. Now I'm going to show you why cross multiply and divide works. Okay? Don't throw things through the computer screen. I'll allow you to do your thing here in a second. Now, 3 times 20 is 60, right? 4 times x is 4 times x. Well, we'll divide by 4, and that's 15. So, why that works. Cross multiply divide, I would do that if I were you though. So 8 times 4, product of 8 times 4 is equal to 5 times x. So I'll take 8 times 4, divide it by 5, 6.4. I know if it's a proportion, negative 3 times 26 is equal to 4 times x. So I'll take negative 3 times 26, and that is equal to 4 times x. So then I divide by 4, negative 19.5. 15 times 2 is 30, that's equal to 3 times x. So 3 times x equals 30. Well, I think x is 10, but I'm not sure. Okay, 10. You see, I'm allowing you to do your thing. I'm just explaining why it works. Okay. Negative 5 times 6, negative 30. Okay. Well, that's equal to 2 times x. 2 times x would equal negative 30, so I divide by 2, negative 15. Negative 9 times 6, negative 54. Here, I'll prove it. That's equal to 5 times x. Well, 5 times x equals negative 54. We divide negative 54 by 5, negative 10.8. Those are easy, okay? There's going to come a time where they get a little more complicated, but that's fine, okay? I'll just do these, okay? 2 times 2, 125, that's going to be 250. So 15 times x equals 250, so then I divide by 15. 16.6 repeating. Now here's what I want you to do if it's a repeat, if the decimal goes forever. I want you to hit second ABC, okay? Or no, sorry, that's the wrong thing. 2 times 125 divided by 15, okay? Hit second and then PRB, and then it makes it into a fraction, 16 2/3. So you leave the answer on your calculator, hit second, PRB equals. Okay, so 8 times 30 is 240. So that 240 is equal to whatever 3 times x is. So if I divide by 3, I get 80. Boom goes a dynamite. Okay. Next part. Ratios are also great for making comparisons. Store A sells 2 shirts for $25. Store B sells 4 shirts for $45. Store C sells 3 shirts for $30. Find the lowest price. Okay? This is how you find the lowest price. You're going to make your X and Y. Now you got money and shirts. X is time, but there's no time, but it can't be money. Okay? So it has to be the shirts. Y is the money. Now, we're going to set up 3 ratios, 3 stores. It's got to be the Y over the X, because it'd be dollars per shirt. Y over the X. The Y label over the X label. Shirts per dollar doesn't make any sense, okay? So we got 25, 2, 45, 4, and then 30 and 3. So I divide that, that's 12.5, but that'd be $12.50 per shirt. That's how much one shirt would cost. 45 divided by 4 is 11.25 per shirt. That's $10 per shirt. So I think store C is the best, so C. Okay, car 1 drove 408 miles in 6 hours. Car 2 drove 365 miles in 5 hours. Who has the fastest average speed? Express your rate as miles per hour. So you got X and Y. Hours is the X because it's time, and it's miles. So 2 cars. It's Y over X, miles over hours. It's always Y over X, always. Never X over Y. So 408 and 6. 365 and 5. Now I'm going to divide 408 by 6. Got 68 miles per hour, so MPH. 365 divided by 5, 73 miles per hour. Now, 68 ain't the answer, Holmes. It says the fastest speed. Pretty sure 73 is more than 68. So it'd be car number 2. That's how you use ratios to make comparisons. Now, another great application of ratios is to convert units. You don't need to memorize all the units like centimeters and meters and all that stuff. When we do a problem, I'll tell you the rate. Well, this one here is kind of easy, okay? But I want to use ratios to solve it. Convert 15 days to hours. 24 hours equals 1 day. You're going to set up a proportion. That's one ratio equal to another ratio. And on the first ratio, you're going to put 24 hours, 1 day. Then you come over here and set your labels up in the same order. Now it says we're converting 2 hours, so I don't know the hours, but I know 15 days. So put X if you don't know it. So 24 times 15, do you really need to divide by 1, you think? No, it'd still be 360. So 360 hours. Okay, convert 60 feet to yards. So you got 3 feet, 1 yard. Feet, yards. We're converting 2 yards, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. I got 60 feet. 1 times 60 is 60, okay? So 1 times 60 is 60, and then I divide 60 by 3, that's 20. So 20 yards, okay? Convert 1,000 centimeters to meters. There's 100 centimeters to a meter. That's your rate. Here's what you actually have. It's always rate to actual amount. So the actual amount I want is to the meters. So X centimeters 1,000. That's how many I have. So 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. That equals 100 times X. So I divide by 100, 10 meters. I mean, it works like a clockwork, okay? Convert 15 pounds to kilograms. 2.2 kilograms are in 1 pound. Kg, pounds. They have to align in the same order, okay? So I'm converting to kilograms, so X, how many pounds I actually have? 15. So it'll be 2.2 times 15. You can divide by 1 if you want, but it's really kind of silly. 33 kilograms. If I have 15 pounds, that's 33 kilograms. Now, the next one, you got to think a little bit harder, okay? Not much, but a little bit. Convert 3 yards, 2 feet to feet. This here is a mixed measurement, okay? I'll tell you how to handle it here. 3 feet, 1 yard. Now, what do you need to get to after TO? It says feet, so X. You're like, oh, there's 2 feet. No, you need to get to feet, okay? How many yards do you have? 3. You're like, what about the 2 feet? What about the 2 feet? Just chill, okay? 3 times 3 is 9, divided by 1 is 9. Well, you're going to add the 2 feet then to the 9 feet you just have. So that's 11 feet. 3 yards with 2 feet is 11 feet. Okay, convert 2 gallons, 3 quarts to quarts. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So 4 quarts, 1 gallon. You can abbreviate if you want. You need to really set up your labels, okay? We want to get everything 2 quarts, so X, how many gallons I have? 2. Forget about the 3 quarts. Here, once I get that figured out, I'll just put a +3 if it makes you feel better. So 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 1 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. Same as the last problem, but convert 30 minutes, 34 seconds to seconds. There's 60 seconds in 1 minute. Now, a lot of you could probably do this without setting this stuff up, but I'm just going to justify it. I want everything to seconds. How many minutes you got? 30. Okay, so I take 30 times 60. You can divide by 1 if you want. 1800 seconds. But then you have to add the 34 seconds that you already had. And that's 1,834 seconds. Okay, now we're going to get some shapes action here. You probably had these in middle school, I don't know. Find what's known as the scale factor of the similar polygons. These are the same shape, the angles are the same measurement, just one's a lot blown up. This has a scale factor. There's 2 ways, there's 2 possible answers. Okay, you don't have to find both of them, just whatever you like. Match the 5 up with the 10, so 5 over 10. Match the 13 up with the 26. Match the 7 up with the 14. Or you can go back the other way. 10 to 5, 14 to 7, 26 to 13. Now you divide all those. 5 divided by 10 is 0.5 because it's half. That's also half. And that's also half. So the scale factor could be 0.5 if you go that way, or it could be 2 because all these are 2. Either answer is okay. If you're doing it on your own, I'll accept either answer. I don't need both of them. Okay, scale factor, we got 25 to 30. All 4 sides aren't labeled because 25, that would be 25. 70, that would be 70. So that's pointless. We'll just do the 25 to 30. And the 70 to 84. We can also turn it around, 30 over 25 and 84 over 70. So I'll divide 25 by 30. I don't like that. So hit second, PRB equals 5, 6. Okay? It's really just reduce the fraction. 70 divided by 84. I'm fine if it's like 0.5, but something that just goes on forever. I don't want to use a repeating decimal, so I convert it to a fraction. Second, PRB equals 5, 6. So 5, 6 is one of the scale factors. Or if you have the other one, now I'm down with 1.2. 1.2 is an ending decimal, okay? And 84 divided by 70 is 1.2. So those are your scale factors. Either one or the other. You don't need to do both of them. Okay, then you got similar polygons. You got to find the missing side. Okay, you're going to set up a proportion. So 24 is to X what 10 is to 36. 24X is a ratio and 10 to 36. So I'm going to cross multiply and divide. 24 times 36. Well, that's equal to 10 times X, so I'll just divide by 10, and it's 86.4. Kind of a weird looking answer, but it's right. Okay. Now, 3, that would match up with the X. 5, that would match up with the 30. You could also do 5, 30 equals 3 over X. It doesn't matter, okay? It'll all work out good in the end. So 3 times 30 is 90. 90 is equal to 5 times X, and so I divide by 5, it's 18. Same thing would happen here. 90 divided by 5. All right, have a good weekend.